To everyone, today we're learning Zera Shimshon, Parashat, Shofetim, and this is our first shiur for 7th year. Page in Shin Nun Gimel 353, letter Chet. Picture will take, who's in the group? Gabi Jan, come. Take picture, send it into Shar Eliyahu group, and people will be looking inside with us. Shalom Aleichem, Baruchim Abayim. Okay. Bottom. Give me a minute. We'll begin in exactly a minute. Okay. This side, the whole side. Okay. And this whole side. Okay. Today is 243 years ago. Rabbi Shimshon Chaim ben Rav Nachman Michael Nachmani passed away. He is one of the biggest rabbis that lived around 300 years ago in Italy, and he had children were born to him and they died all in young age. Then he had one boy, and that boy passed away around 18, 19 years old. He didn't get married also. So the rabbi was very upset that it doesn't have continuation. And he said, what I'm going to do, whatever I have time and energy, I'm going to print out some books. And he print out few books, Zera Shimshon on Parashat, Zera Shimshon on Tehilim, Zera Megillat Esther, all this, whatever, Eshet Chayil. He prepared some books, and he said, whoever will learn my books, I will openly pray to Hashem, and Hashem will do to him open miracles in this world and in the world to come. He's not going to have parnasa with hard time. He's going to have parnasa easily. He's going to have refuah shlema. He's going to have children and grandchildren sitting by his table. So basically, tonight is a big segula to be here. How did I get to know Zera Shimshon? From Rav Walkin's wife. When I opened shul, was thinking to open shul 11 years ago, in 2011. 2009, I said, Rav Walkin, I'm opening a shul. Is there any bracha you want to give me? Rav Walkin, he's a very humble person. He said to me, Yosef, bracha v'atzlacha. I said, what do you mean? We're having tomorrow Achnasat Sefer Torah in Bet Gabriel. We're going to take from Bet Gabriel, bring the Sefer Torah here. He said, I'm coming with you. Then as I was leaving Rav Walkin's house, Levitzin Walkin stopped me. She said, Yosef, listen good. She talks to me as to her son because I grew up more than 25 years. I learned with Rav Walkin. So she said to me, I'll tell you something as I would say to my son. Listen carefully. Stipler Gaon, Rav Chaim Kanievsky's father. Rabbi Avram, where are you? We miss you. Baruchim Abayim, welcome back. When I came, as I was leaving Rav Walkin's house, Rebbetzin Walkin told me, Stipler Gaon always had on his table Zera Shimshon book. Once a week, he would learn this book. One of his students said, Rabbi, what is this book? He said, whoever has this book in his house and he learns from this book, some while, 10, 20, 30 minutes a week, you get special segula. He said, really? That guy bought it, and that guy was married for 17 years, and he didn't have children. And he began having children. So Rav Walkin's wife told me, she said to me, I have a neighbor, he's 43, his college is 39. And he says to me, Rebbetzin, I want to get married, give me segula. She said, I'm not going to give you bracha, I'm going to do you a favor. She goes to Gift World. There was 3 sets of Zera Shimshon books. She bought 2 of them. The rabbi said, listen, the owner of the store said, why are you buying these books? She said, I want it. She bought 2, kept one in the house, and gave one set to that young guy. Within 40 days, he was married. 43 years old. He got married to 39, and doctor said, I don't think you're going to have children. They had child within a year.
Wow.
So now, when Lawoki's wife told me this story, I said to myself, you know what? I want this book. So Lawokin gave me his own book. That book was not like this, with the big prints. It was an old-fashioned book. You know why old copy was? Nobody used to learn this book. Very few individuals. So I got that set. Actually, I got one book, not two. He said to me, I need one of them. I'll give you the second. So there was half. So I took the book and I brought home. One of my congregants, those days, had some problems with the IRS. 11 years ago, I could say it now. So he said to me, Rabbi, can you give me one Segula book I'm having tomorrow? They come to my office, they're going to investigate everything. I need IRS, a Segula book. I said to him, I have one, but I need myself. So he said, what's the name? I said, Zera Shimshon. He said, what is it? I never heard this. I said, I'll give it to you, but bring it back. He said, okay. As he brought this sefer to his office, those people came as a deaf mute. Whatever they had to be investigating for 3.5 hours, they came for 3 minutes. They said, you know what? Everything is okay. They signed the paper and they left. He said to me, I'm not giving you this book back. He kept the book. He did not give me the book back. So what happened? Then I went to buy books. I started getting these books. 2 in a set. Old ones, 1 in a set. Old lashy letters. Small, tiny letters. I'll tell you, after this learning, my wife gave me a few more children, Baruch Hashem. A lot of people in the shul who had hard time having children, they got children, Baruch Hashem. A lot of young guys in the shul, they couldn't get married, they got married. So I want to tell you, today, we see open segula. One of my good congregants who lived here before, he had appointment to the open heart surgery. Okay? They kept him 3 days in the hospital. They said, you need an open heart surgery. He said, really, I have to have it? They said to him, if your blood becomes thinner by itself, we're not going to do your open heart surgery. And that was 4 p.m. So that time my nephew Nisim called this guy. He said, where are you? Why not coming to shoot? Today's shoot Zera Shimshon. He said, I'm in a hospital waiting for the open heart surgery. Guys, I'm talking about the guy who was less than 50 years old. So he said, if Hashem will make me a miracle and I'm not going to need the surgery, I'm going to come to the shiur like this. I shut it off by purpose because... No, but if it's not going to reach me, it's fine. Keep it for now. Keep it on for now. I know. I'm sorry, I was coughing, so AC is not good. So this is why I said, no, it's fine.
Can I go?
So this guy, 30 minutes later, doctor comes to see him and says, wow, look at this. Your blood is going, Baruch Hashem, smoothly itself. I don't remember, you brought him here to the shiur? The guy who should have had open heart surgery, or he came himself? How was it? In the end of the day, he came here with a tube in his heart. He came here, was sitting over there by the steps on this side. That's where he sits usually, you know what I'm talking about. Those who know. And he's sitting like this. I said, what happened? He says, Rabbi, don't make fun of me. I still have a tube. What are you talking about? A few days later, they took the tube away from him. But he didn't have open heart surgery. Now you see who is Zera Shimshon? Comes Chida. Chida used to travel a lot. Chida said, I know a lot of stories about Zera Shimshon. He was tremendous Talmid Chacham and tremendous Mekubal. Not like today, young couple want to go to get married, they go to Kabbalists, says, oh no, you don't get married, then you're going to have 1, 2 children, you're going to die. Shtuyot. Doesn't know what he's talking about, just to say something to make some money. Liar. Chida, big Mekubal. If you go to Chidas Kever, you put your hand in Givat Shaul, your body shakes. Happens to me every time I go. Happens to me. 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago, I was there. My body was shaking. My wife was with me. She says, I feel something wrong with me here. I said, that's not you. This is the Kiddusha of Chida. And Chida says in his Sefer, in Shema Gedolim, Chida says, I know a lot of stories about Zera Shimshon, Rabbi Shimshon, Chaim. He was tremendous mekubal. He let only like 5% of his knowledge to be written in the books. The rest, he said, you have to take it and bury it with me. I don't want anybody finding it, and he's going to get wrong approach, and he's going to go somewhere wrong. Deep, deep Kabbalah. Because 150 years ago, maybe a little bit less, they had to remove graves from the Italy cemetery and make a highway there. They reburied him in different cemetery, and nobody knows where he's buried. Today, nobody can come and say, I went to a cemetery in Italy and I saw where Chida buried. He's not going to do that because nobody knows where he's buried. It's covered up. But I'll tell you one thing. A lot of people who were waiting for 6 years to get gas installed in their house, they couldn't get installation. Where's Mr. Ariel Kanchorov? That's one of his closest relatives. So that guy called me and said, Rabbi, I can't get 6 years. You think if I come to Zera Shimshon and learn with you 2 times, within a month I'll get it? I said, you know what? I cannot lie to you. Many miracles happen with Zera Shimshon. Those who come, things could happen. Kanets, right? Or guess what was that? Within 3 weeks from the day that he came, he got Canedison installed. And what he did, he came next week after that and sponsored shiur. He said, I want to sponsor the shiur. Why? This is my Karada Tov. I'll tell you, Baruch Hashem, I'm going to repeat it one more time. Those 2 people who couldn't have Atzlacha, had Atzlacha. Those who couldn't get married, got married. Many people have children, Baruch Hashem. Those who are waiting for baby boys, will get this year baby boys. Now, I would like to start Zera Shimshon. Before I start, I want to say special thank you to my wife. I said to her, listen, Ima, I want to make Zera Shimshon. I want to make heavy duty. She said, you know what? We'll do it ourselves. I said, what do you mean? It's going to be very expensive. She said to me, I want to do it. I have a lot of niyat. I have a lot of wishes. Hashem should listen to our wishes. I want to do it. So today's main sponsor of today's event is my Rebbe. Not even me. Can you imagine? Don't think we have 2 different accounts. There's no such a thing. In our house, everything is one. In every house should be like this. But my Rebbe said, it's on me. And of course, we do it together. Baruch Hashem, it will be amazing. You will have a lot of fun. Number 2, I want to say special thank you to Minu Teherani. She's from LA. She's also our partner for sponsoring today's shiur. She sent the Zel to Nissim. Thank you. Nissim delivered her Zel. I'm sure she's watching us maybe here. Let me see in the Zoom. Maybe not. Oh. My friends are here. Very good. If she's not, definitely overnight she's going to listen on YouTube. And I want to say thank you to Minu. Many miracles happened to her family. I'm not going to mention here. I'm not allowed. She's going to beat me up. But I'll tell you, Hashem should give her bracha, tzlacha, besorot tovot, nachat me'eladim, nice, good daughter-in-laws, and whatever you wish for, Hashem should give you bracha, tzlacha, u'chen yiratzon amar, amen. Second person, I want to say thank you to Avram Aminov. Avram Aminov, every week, he tries to be partial sponsor for the Zera Shimshon.
Who's that?
He is not here now. He's going to come here soon. He's coming every time. Hashem should give him bracha v'tzlacha. Should find bat zug na bekarov. True eshet chayil and grow in Torah u'mitzvot u'maasim tovim. Next sponsor, sitting right in front of me over here. This is Mrs. Rina Gilkarov and her husband, Mr. Avner Gilkarov, and the whole entire family. I want to wish them bracha, tzlacha, parnasa tova, nachat, shegadlu b'torah u'mitzvot u'maasim tovim. All your wishes should come true. Be'ezrat Hashem, you should get into your house as soon as possible. My request, as soon as you get into your house, we have to get first text message. Rabbi, I came into my house. Because this is our will be akarat tov to Hashem, that whatever happened, we say thank you to Hashem. Thank you. And of course, my regards to your husband, to your entire family. We really respect you, and we know you for many, many years. And Be'ezrat Hashem, all your nephews and nieces' weddings should be bekarov v'atzlacha. Mrs. Zoya is here.
Yes.
I'll tell you, if today you know Rabbi Akilov, maybe speaker number 15 in Bukharin community, one of the good speakers, number 15 maybe, it's all because of this lady, Mrs. Zoya. 22 years ago, when I just got married, she stopped me on 108 when I was making shopping over here. She said to me, "Are you Rabbi Akilov?" "Yes." "I like your speeches." I got so nervous, I started preparing double now. Why? Because I said, I don't want to mess up next time, you know? And Baruch Hashem, today, I started giving normal speeches because of the good words. Thank you, and Be'ezrat Hashem, I want to say these speeches on your other children's weddings, Be'ezrat Hashem. In the chupot, as I do usually. Okay. Now I want to say the last, not the least, I'm sorry. There was an incident, 35 years ago. There was a 2-year-old boy passed away on this date. Leilu Nishmat Rafael Roland Ben Maya. Ruach Hashem Tenichenu Bagan Eden. His mother also today said she wants to be part of Zera Shimshon. Rabbi Avner, Bruchim Abayim. Please, 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 right to the front, over here. No, I have to stand up.
Let her front.
This is a pleasure. Okay, we just spoke about your family and you're here. Baruchim Abayim, thank you. We really have a lot of nachat from your children, son-in-law, soon grandchildren, great-grandchildren, Be'ezrat Hashem. B'cheni Ratzon Amen. I'm very sorry, usually I'm very loud. Today I can't be that loud, but I'm trying my best. And my wife asked me, she said, "Abba, you never do shiur Zera Shimshon for women also. Why decided to do this time?" I said, because 6 years this shiur has been going, and thank you to this woman for sending their husband. All you guys come every week. You know what's funny? When I'm in Miami or in Israel or anywhere, I put on Zoom, you are all there. All your families listen, you all grow. Everybody knows Zera Shimshon to this place is not new. It's old. Everybody knows him. So I want to pray to Hashem. Hashem should listen to the tefillah of Zera Shimshon. And today we're learning as if each one of us saying Kaddish for him, because he doesn't have person to say Kaddish for him. So our learning Torah that he wrote, he taught, and look, in every thought of Torah that he teaches, it opens your mind. And you feel like today Hashem put some spark in your neshama and you will open up. You will see, and it's beautiful. Leilu Nishmat כל הנפטרים והנפטרות, my father-in-law, גבריאל בן ברטה, דאלו ברא וגל, גם כל הנפטרים וכן יהי רצון ונאמר amen. Okay, I want to say thank you for those sponsors that I didn't mention. I'm sorry, but now we're starting the shiur. 15 minutes we'll learn, and then will be food, and after food we'll continue next 45 minutes. Today's shiur, please. Shoshana Bad Mazal וגם כל הנפטרים. Rita Bad Borchov.
Thank you.
How much time we have?
10 minutes, 15 minutes?
How long you need?
15 minutes.
Avtalion
Okay.
ben
Avtalion ben Zara.
and Yosef ben Anjel.
Yosef ben Angela, I love young guys. גבריאל בן פניר לרפואה שלמה, וכן ירצון ונאמר אמן. Who knows How many sad weeks we had in the month of Elul? How many? 3 sad weeks. Ben HaMetzarim, 3 weeks. To undo 3 weeks, how many condolences weeks we have in the Haftarot? Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, Anochi, Anochi, huh? 7. Thank you, Rabbi Yonatan. We have 7 weeks. Hashem condoles us. Hashem says, come down. Don't worry, I'll make you happy. Zera Shimshon is asking a question. Why Hashem says, Anochi, Anochi 2 times? Look at Haftarah of this week. Hashem says, you scared of your enemy? They are just human. Basar v'adam. They are flesh and blood. Hashem says, the flesh and blood after 120 years is a dust. But I stay forever. Don't be afraid of nobody. Don't be afraid of your enemies. I will protect you and I will take care of you. So now, in this week's Parashat, Hashem gives us such a condolence, happy promise that He will take care of us, He will save us. The question is why it says 2 times, Anochi, Anochi, I am. Why 2 times? So this is the simple question. Who knows how to read in Hebrew? Put in front of you, imagine Aleph, Nun, Chaf, Yud. Anochi, okay? So now, Zera Shimshon brings a beautiful case. Amar Rabbi Abba. So Midrash, Yalkut Shimoni, in Yeshayahu, he says, Rabbi Abba said in the name of Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish, Mashal LaMelech is a parable to the king. Sheka'as et matrona. A king got so upset at his queen. Vetilda tortured her. V'otzia mitoch palatrin shalom. And he kicked her out of the palace. One king, he got upset at his queen, and he kicked her out of the palace. After a few days, he says, guys, where's my queen? Call her back. So they called her back. She says now, how they say, she says, I'm not coming back. How much was my ketubah money? How much person writes ketubah for his wife? Simple money. How much? 200 zuz. She says to him, you want me to come back? Yeah. Give me double ketubah money. 400 zuz. You give me double, I'll come back. You will not give me double, I'm not coming to you. Amra, ekpon li ketubati v'achar kach yachazireni. You double my ketubah, then I'll come back to you. Question to you. Why would women speak like this? Why would queen say to her husband, to the king, double my ketubah? Kach amar HaKadosh Baruch Hu leYisrael. This is what Hashem said to Jewish nation. Amarti lachem pa'am achat. By Har Sinai. Hashem says, I told you one time. Anochi Hashem Elokecha. By 10 commandments. What did Hashem say? I am your God. One time Anochi he said. But now, after destruction Beit HaMikdash, to return us back, how many times Hashem says? Hashem says, when Mashiach comes, 2 times I will say Anochi, Anochi. I will double your ketubah. By the Har Sinai was 1 ketubah. By Mashiach coming, it's more than Har Sinai. Hashem says, I double your ketubah. כך אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא לישראל בסיני אמרתי לכם פעם אחת אנוכי השם אלוקיך ובירושלים לעתיד לבוא אני אומר לכם 2 פעמים אנוכי אנוכי הוא מנחמכם. I am the one who will be giving you condolences. Kasher. Zera Shimshon, 280 years ago, asking a question. He says, 1 second, מה ייתנו מה יוסיף לישראל שבח כפול של מילת אנוכי? What will add or subtract to Jewish nation 1 extra word Anochi? דמה נפקא מינה אם יאמר פעם אחת או 2 פעמים. עוד, למה באמת יקבע להם? ומה עניין כפל זה? Why would Hashem make double version Anochi, and what it makes benefit? Guys, since we have here today men and women, and Be'ezrat Hashem, we should hear from everyone. Besorot Tovot. I want to give a case like we have in a house. Wife says to the husband, take me to do shopping. So he says, you know what, I will take you to shopping. And he says, I will take you to shopping. So the question is, why saying 2 times? Once you said it's good enough.
Emphasis.
Why to say 2 times, huh?
That's how you say.
This is how we say it. Oh yeah? I'll tell you one thing. Learn for life. I'm reminding you. It says, Adam lo yaziz etzba ktana shelo, afilu etzba ktana shelo, milemata. Im lo yagidu lo lazuz milemala. A person doesn't move his finger in this world on the bottom here until they will push it from top there. So if so, I never say anything extra. Anything I say has a meaning, has a reason, has a purpose. Why am I saying it? For good or for bad? Everything has a time and place. Why is it happening? So why Hashem said 2 times, Anochi, Anochi? That's the question. But still we didn't answer. Why when husband kicks out his wife from the house, I mean Hashem not here, the king. So you gotta be careful talking. What do you think? It's not just simple talking. You gotta be careful. Why king kicked out his queen out of the house, and now he says to her, Jonah, come back. What'd she say? What did she say? Yes, I'll come back. And what did she say? Make my ketubah double. My ketubah was $20,000. Make it $40,000. You make it 40, I'll come. Why? Tell me what's worse. If I slap you, I speak bad about you.
Speak back.
Huh? If I slap you, hurts. Or I speak bad about you. Which one hurts better?
Speaking bad about a person is worse than slapping.
Who can give me a mashal, parable, speaking bad about someone? There was a student, he came to one rabbi's shiur. He didn't like it. He went outside and said, guys, this rabbi, how do you say, whack, man? How do you say, this guy's a whack. He talks Chovam Burdak, he's a boring guy. Nipaitzot. So, 3-4 guys came and said, Rabbi, he speaks bad about you. He says, oh, really? Tell him, in a few weeks Rosh Hashanah coming, I don't forgive him until he asks Mechila. So he comes and says, Rabbi, I want to ask Mechila. He says, you want to ask Mechila? Yeah. Go to Bath and Beyond, buy a pillow. He went and bought a pillow. He said, what should I do now? He said, go in the middle of the 108 street, open the pillow on the one side, and hit 5 times on top. So he opened it, started hitting 5 times. Oh, these feathers flew out. He says, Rabbi, I did, what should I do? He says, now go out and collect all those feathers. I can't, they flew away. He said, Yola Shanara also did that. Yola Shanara also did that. If you have on Zoom, if you have on a WhatsApp, chick-chack, 3 minutes, the whole world knows already about it. Where are you going to go collect Lashon Hara back now? You're done. He says, I forgive you, but it spread everywhere. Like Corona spread. What are you going to do now? This is why slapping somebody, it's not a mitzvah, it's also a problem. But it's fixable. You ask Mechila 20 times, 40 times, 50 times, you wait, you pay, I don't know. Goes away. When you speak bad about someone, Motzi Shemra, that hurts. So now, Queen said to the king, what did she say? You want me back? What do you have to do? Double the ketubah. Why? Because once you kicked me out of the palace, people thought I was not faithful to you. People thought I'm a bad woman. I'm not faithful to you. Now you want to bring me back? What people will think? Yeah, since king brought her back, means she's a pure woman. But until now people spoke bad about me. Yeah, that hurts. Make my ketubah double. Okay, so now let's look inside. Look inside the 3rd paragraph from the top. ומתחילה היינו יכולים לומר שעניין כפל זה היינו ממה שמצינו שהעונש ומפתח חייבים 50 סלע שהם 200 זוז כמו הרי בתולות. If person forced a woman or he seduced a woman, he has to pay 50 sela, which is 200 zuz, the ketubah money. Why? Because he shamed her. והמוציא שם רע על בתולת ישראל. But if person speaks bad on a Jewish woman, Jewish girl, ונמצא שאינו האמת, and comes out it was not true, משלם הכפל. He has to pay double. He harmed her physically 200 zuz. Spoke lashon hara about her, motzi shemra, made rumors about her that didn't exist. 400 zuz, double. Why? Motzi shemra speaks fake rumors. Motzi shemra, okay? So comes out, he has to pay 400 zuz. What do you think I'm coughing? I'm regretting the shiur? I'm regretting? No. Everything is min Hashem. Hashem says, if you cough 20 times today, your 20 punishments you're not going to get. You're going to have a good year. I said, okay. Some guy comes home and he hears to get shofar in the house. Or from children, or from wife, or from father-in-law, or from mother-in-law. He has to say, Hashem, thank you. If I don't hit Kriyat Shofar here, then I'm going to be having stumbling year. I already hear now before the Sharim, people clean everything. But I'm having good year coming up. This is how you have to look at life. Any time you stumble, anytime you fall, anytime you get hurt, it's all for your benefit. It's all for your good. It's all for good. מה הכינה מדין האישה שזינתה תחת בעלה, יוצא מתחת ידו, מפסדת כתובתה ואסורה לחזור לו עולמית. What if God forbid, woman really went and she was not so faithful to her husband? Did she get ktuba money? No. Did she get anything? No. And she goes out. אם כן, כשהמלך גירש את המטרונה והוצאה מתוך פלטין שלו, so you saw, if king kicked out his queen out of the palace, הרי הוציא עליה שמלה שזינתה. So he spoke bad about her. ומעט שבא להחזירה נראה ברור שבדק בדברים לא מצא בהם ממש. And once he wants her back, means he sees that she's pure woman. Guys, what do you think? I like to be boring? Shama, how are you? I want to tell you something that you're going to remember this shiur for next 50 years. Do you see my face there, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah. Nice. Tell me one thing. Which month are we holding on? Elul. Thank you. Ani ledodi vedodi li, right? Before I continue Zera Shimshon, I learned 2 meshalim this week that for my life I did not know. If anybody knew this, Chazak Baruch. I did not know. And I want to share with you. Rav Or. Please. It says, Pitchu li petach כחודו של מחט, מה אני אפתח לכם פתח כפתחו של אולם. I'll give you this mashal, we start eating, okay? 2 minutes. It says, Hashem says, open to me opening like a hole of a needle, and I will open you the whole world. The question is, what has to do with the hole of the needle? What has to do with the hole of the needle? What has to do with the needle? Tell me. In Russia, we had class, sewing class. In America, we don't have sewing class. You give to a boy and a girl today to do a pugvitsa, they have to go to London and pay $10 to do that. Okay? In Russia, we did also. Tell me, if there is no hole in the needle, I could sew something or no? What if I'm going to tie the thread into the needle? I'll be able to sew? No. I need that hole, right? Look what it says. Hashem says to us, give me an opening in your heart that you want to make 1% teshuvah. 1%, not 10%, 20%. 1%. Hashem, I'll put candles minute before. Hashem, I'll walk around extra day with the keeper. Hashem, I'll put 1 hour extra, my talit katar. Anything, small, tiny. I will answer Amen Yeshmin Haba with the kavanah. Anything. Hashem says, you make opening like a needle and I'll open the whole world. Why needle? Why not something else? Do you know why? when husband and wife argue in the house, it's like a ripping a garment. We are a wife compared to Hashem. We're like a wife. When we sin, we rip the garment that connects between us and Hashem. And Hashem says, I have a needle. You make slight teshuvah, and I'll put the thread inside. And I'll be able to sew the bond between me and you. And I'll be able to connect it together. But if you don't have that tiny opening, it's not going to do nothing. So therefore, Hashem says, give me a hole of a needle. The small, I want to do a little bit teshuvah, a little bit, small step. Hashem says, that's good enough. Why? I'll be able to sew with it. And then we'll be able to do the peace. Now I understand why Zera Shimshon chose to give us mashal between king and a queen. Because this is the Klal Israel. I want to stop over here. Let's make nice Suda. Make Netilat Yadayim. L'zichor nishma Zera Shimshon. And then we have candles to light candles. I'll tell you all the names. And after that, Be'ezrat Hashem, we'll continue the shiur. We have amazing shiurim and we have amazing mashal. I want to take a moment and say special thank you for everyone to come here. Nobody goes anywhere until the shiur is over. You, mark my words down, with 100% bitachon and emunah, go home today, put on calendar this day, and see how from today you'll have a lot of atzlacha in your house. For now, we stop the shiur. Let's take a break, 20 minutes, and we'll continue.